Did you see any crazy cool celebrity costumes at all, Trace? Over Halloween? Oh,
The the
sorry about
best one that I
yeah.
saw, um, I really didn't see that much. I saw some cool like kids costumes, but the best one I saw like completely was the I'm gonna try this Victor Wimby Wimbayama.
Wimbanyama.
He's 7 foot
Wim.
four. He dressed up as Slender Man.
He's a basketball player. Yeah, he's seven
He's
foot
a
four,
basketball player.
200 pounds. That is a scrawny dude. He's 200
He
pounds.
is.
Somewhere around 200 pounds, I'm pretty sure. Look how skinny. I mean, he's literally like made to be Slender Man. He should be Slender Man every year.
That's what I was gonna say. He looks like Slender Man. He's like the best Slender Man I've ever seen.
And he's like a cool dude because he could have done that super asshole thing that celebrities and rich people do when they wear a costume like this. They'd have like if who would it be? Like if who oh, that one model who always has like a crazy outfit every year.
Oh, um, Heidi.
Heidi Klum. Like if
Yeah,
Heidi
Heidi.
Klum was dressed up like Slender Man, she'd have 15-foot tentacles on all sides, like
Yeah,
a giant sun around her. So like
yeah,
where like she can't really move, and like no, and like there's like she can't walk anywhere. She can only walk like on a runway in an open airport, or what do
yeah,
you call those like airport terminals, or like where the planes live. You know where the
yeah.
planes live? Those like Quonset hut looking things.
Where the planes live.
I don't know what you
She
call those.
she can wear it like on the red carpet of her little Halloween party, and then she takes it off and then is just the regular suit.
I guess it's fun. You're rich, you can buy a bunch of crazy outfits. Like that one, she was a worm.
That one was kind of funny.
You know, it's funny. That actually wasn't a costume. She actually
That's
took
just
off her costume and makeup, and that's what she
oh,
looks
that's
like. Yeah, yeah.
fucking with
No,
my
I
camera.
hated that costume. I thought it was so dumb. And then she like squirmed on the ground, and I was like, "You're, I don't know. You're an adult. This is weird." But
But
then
yeah,
like,
you're right.
she was a
Very
peacock this year, but
cool.
it wasn't just her. It was like 10 other people were like the feathers. So
Oh,
she was
yeah,
the she was
I
the
did.
bird, and then
Yeah,
everyone else was the feathers. And I thought, that's
yeah,
dumb. Are you paying these people? Like, do they have like? I would be. I'm like, do I have to stand here with you all day?
yeah. I
Like,
saw
stand
that,
behind you?
and it's like I guess when she walks away, her feathers are put away. So I guess it kind of it's like yeah, you're gonna have 12 people follow you around for every
I
picture.
don't like Halloween trends where it's like you wear a costume and then you take a picture or a video of it and then that's it. Like you don't like go anywhere with it.
Yeah.
You don't do anything with it. You just like wear it just for like the picture or the video for the content. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Well, that's kind of her thing now is like she's doing it because she knows people are curious of what she's gonna do.
Yeah,
So then
congrats.
it's
You're gonna
like,
be forever known as the Halloween costume girl.
yeah, I don't know.
Cool.
I mean, she kills it. I like that guy that has one leg. Have you seen that guy that does the costumes?
Yes, I've
He's
seen that guy. That's such a good one. Your
his are
mic is
clever.
your mic is kind of like back and forth a little bit. It's in and out.
Oh shit. Uh, hold on. I
Ugh.
don't know much about Slender Man, but Victor's is so
Don't
good
really.
because like simplified it.
They're remaking the Slender Man First Arrival, that game they made years ago. They're remaking it, or they're making a new one, like a sequel to it. And I cannot wait. Chandler and I are talking
Um,
about because that game was legit super scary. I have a video on my phone of playing that with Mason and Chandler, and Mason was playing, and Mason hates everything scary. He can't deal with it, and it's like a 4 second clip, and you can't even really see it in the clip, but I remember it like it's etched in my memory. Mason playing, and then I don't think it was Slender Man. I think it was the Rake jumped out of this field, and Mason screamed so loud he threw Chandler's controller in the air, and it put a dent in Chandler's ceiling. The controller did like a huge dent. It
I
was
thought
the
you were gonna say
funniest. No, no, it was the funniest thing. He just went, ah! He just chucked it. Oh my god, it was so funny. I wish I could. I would love to show the video on here, but Mason's not here, and also, and it's not a very good video.
Mason's not here to defend himself.
He would not defend himself. He knows how he is with scary stuff. That's my favorite thing about him. Because he hates
um,
scary stuff, and I love scary stuff.
back to the Victor thing. Like he's 7 foot what?
He's
4.
7'4", 200 pounds, somewhere around 200 probably.
I'm watching the clip of him like walking into the arena, which I think is
Yeah, I've
awesome.
had it on loop on my phone this whole time.
I think it's so cool that that like athletes do it. Like LeBron was dressed up as Michael Keaton.
Oh, like from Batman?
No,
Oh, Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. Good
Yeah,
Lord.
I
It's
think I
probably
saw that.
of the name.
Actually, I don't know if I did see. I see a lot of
I,
Beetlejuice every year, so I don't really know.
his was pretty good, but
Hmm.
Victor, like, okay, you're watching the clip.
I'm watching
Do
this
you
one on my
feel
phone
like,
this whole time.
do you feel like he can see that well? He kind of like sidesteps at one point. It
You
kind
know,
of looks like he can't see.
morph suits are you can see through them, but it's definitely he's got like almost like a fog probably over his eyes. Do you know what I mean? It's probably everything's probably foggy because it's
I
white. So I'm sure he can see, but like it's definitely not easy.
I feel
Also,
like
like people, he's so tall. He's like a giraffe that's just like walking like this,
yeah,
looking around. He's not like looking down for people. Because there's
yeah.
a dude who walks like right in front of him. He doesn't even notice it until the last second. Like there's a dude who's like taking his picture from the front, and then like he's like looking around like this, and all of a sudden he goes,
Oh yeah,
he like looks
yeah,
down, and I'm like, because then I'm like, oh yeah, that dude's like half his height. That dude taking a picture is so short.
yeah. I just feel like at the beginning of the clip, he's like has a weird path going on where you're like, can he fucking see anything? Like, what does
Yeah,
he do?
he probably doesn't know where to walk. Because everyone's probably like, been like, dude, come over here, high five, and he's like, where's he going? Is he like going to a basketball game?
Yeah, that's like him going to the locker room.
Oh, so they arrive to the game in
Yeah.
costume, and then they don't wear the costume during the game though.
Unfortunately not.
That would
No.
be cool. How is they're not a player every year shown up as Teen Wolf?
Oh my gosh,
Michael
dude.
J. Fox Teen Wolf,
What?
not Teen Wolf 2, or the show Teen Wolf. Do you know
Uh,
there's a second Teen Wolf movie?
is
Three
Michael J.
guesses. Don't look it up. I'll give you three guesses on who you think is the who the star is. It's not Michael J. Fox. He is very popular now. He's been popular since the mid 2000s. I mean, since before then. He was on like I think he was on like 80s 90s sitcom. But like,
What?
yeah. Give me a guess. I'll give you a hint if you miss it.
Joe Rogan.
No. Okay.
um,
Here's a big hint. Arrested Development. One of the cast members on that show.
Patrick Bateman, Will Arnett.
Is his name Patrick Bateman?
Is that his name?
Isn't that the serial killer from Psycho? Or Patrick Bateman? That's also from. Isn't that the same guy, Patrick, from American Psycho? His name's Bateman too, I think.
Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman. I couldn't. I always forget his name. Jason
Jason
Bateman.
Bateman.
It is Jason
Damn
Bateman.
it.
Yeah, he's in
I'm
Teen Wolf 2.
Those names. Damn it.
He's in two. He's in the second one.
He's the second one?
Hmm.
I feel like now Jason Bateman has landed into a character where he's the same person in every movie.
Yeah. It's
Kind of
almost
just
like is that good or bad? Because it's like he has to be that person there all the time. But it's like if that's how he is all the time, then it doesn't even matter. It makes acting a lot easier if you just be yourself.
what was him and Will Arnett and Sean Hayes doing? Did they like go on tour or something? I keep seeing
They're on
clips
they have
about.
a podcast.
Oh, okay. Why is
They're
it's always in?
Yeah, it's those three. If you see those three, and you're like, why are those three together? That's kind of weird. They have a podcast together. They went on like a huge tour about their
Okay.
podcast, even though I didn't even know they had a podcast until they announced that they were on tour. And apparently,
Yeah.
it's like the biggest podcast of all time. But the same thing happened when I saw
Patrick
someone watching that Travis Kelsey documentary, and they were like, "Yeah, we got the biggest podcast ever. Everyone loved," and everyone's like, "It's the biggest sporting podcast of all time." And I'm like, what is this? I didn't even know Travis Kelsey had a brother.
Yeah.
Like,
I kind of didn't either until they were both in the Super Bowl together.
I thought like I didn't even know that was like a big thing. Like they're both like really high level athletes. Cause like the whole thing was like the mom and Travis, like their mom is like the whole thing is like, oh, she's wearing cheese, or is she gonna wear the other guys? And I'm always like, that's not funny because like Travis Kelsey has won the Super Bowl. His brother just plays in the NFL. And then I found out, oh no, they're both like super
Yeah.
high level. Like his brother has also he hasn't won a Super Bowl, but he's like, wasn't he like he
Oh, Jason has.
he
Jason
has?
has.
Okay,
Yeah.
his name's Jason.
Yes, Jason Kelsey. I was
That's
like, wait, did I just mix up Bateman again?
I'm making it. We're starting the show because I don't want. There's too many Jasons on the show. Everyone, welcome to Mellow Brick Road, episode 73, path number 73. Welcome,
Woo!
Thank you for joining us today. I'm Van. With me is Trace. I always mess up which
Damn it! I
side
did.
the Zoom is. And Mason and I do this every time we talk on the Zoom. He's always like, it's the opposite. And I do it every time.
Let's go
LGB.
Blues.
LGB, dude, they won last night.
They
New
did win
Jersey,
last.
4-1, baby.
Yeah, dog. I'm going to the game.
Who are they
I'm
playing
pumped.
tonight? Canadians? Who is it?
Play the Canadians.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I got the calendar right next to me. I like having the calendar next to me now.
They
Makes
play
things
the.
a lot easier.
And we're sitting not on the glass, but we're sitting down in that section.
Dude, I can't wait. I hope the home game is just as fun as mine. It probably won't be because I was at the home opener, but I really hope I hope there's a band there. I hope you get to see the music. The new music, dude, the new
Yeah.
walkout music is unreal how good it is. It is so much fun. I hope the DJ's still there. Dude,
Yeah.
they did so much fun stuff while we were there.
I'm
Tacos.
freaking pumped.
Yeah, dude. Everyone, welcome to the show. Well, I hope everyone had a great Halloween. I know we all did. Did you watch any of the Halloween movies we talked about watching? I didn't watch them till 2 days after. I watched them on the 2nd of November.
I watched Three Ninjas.
I did watch Three Ninjas the night we talked about it. And when I recorded, see, I can't hear you when you're muted when I'm talking.
Oh.
That's the thing.
Is that
no, that's just a Zoom thing. I think it's just because we're both talking. It doesn't want both of our voices. I think it just does that automatically. I watched when I was recording last week's episode. I had every Halloween movie playing at the same time while I was watching, like all day long. That was fun. I watched every Halloween movie. You did watch The Black Phone. Holy cow!
Yeah, you texted me that, and I definitely need it. I definitely need to watch it because they announced.
I can't believe you haven't watched it yet.
They announced the second one. I'm like, shit. Now I really got to watch this.
You wanted to watch it before I did, but I got
Do
that.
I hear?
And Five Nights at Freddy's, which is a kids movie. A little too campy for me at points.
Yeah.
I still couldn't figure out if the animatronics were real or if they were CGI or a mix of both. Kind of hard to tell. And then Pooh, Blood and Honey. Wow,
Pooh,
what an experience that was. What?
Pooh Blood, not a good start.
Pooh?
That just occurred to me when you said it out loud.
I never thought of that. Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Not a good start.
Dude, that movie. God, the UK, man.
But you did
over there.
You said that the first 10 minutes are like
the first 13 minutes, all the way to the title sequence. Wrap a bow around it. You're done. That's all you need. 13 minutes. It's got Christopher Robin in there. It's a great intro. And then as soon as the movie starts after that, it's a completely different movie. And nothing gets. Sorry, do you hear that?
Every once in a while, but it's pretty faint. It'll just be like.
Okay. Anyway, it's so bad. It's like the worst, like Birdemic level movie. It kept doing this. It kept going like Birdemic, and then over here it'd be like birds, right? It was just doing that, and it'd be like there'd be times where I'm like, this is the stupid. Like there'd be times where like it's a thing where the killer like grabs the girl by like her shoulder, like right here. And she's like, no, let me go. And then it cuts away, and then like suddenly like her whole shirt gets ripped off. Like somehow like by holding her shoulder, like the whole thing just gets ripped up. And then she's just like not wearing anything underneath, of course. And so it's like shit like that. The death scenes were pretty cool. I like the kill scenes were dope. Very graphic. Holy fuck, people had fun making this movie. It felt like watching like Friday the 13th Part 3 or 4 or something like that. It felt like one of those where they're just like, oh my god, let's see if we can just like get a zoom in on her face and let's just stomp on it with a boot. And watch it, like smash it like a watermelon. It was like shit like that. We were like, oh god, oh, and you're like, oh, that's so graphic. But I loved it. And then the last 5 minutes, there's 5 minutes left of the movie on the little bar. 5 minutes. And I always think when I'm watching movies, I'm always like 10 minutes left. That usually means 10 minutes of credits, right? There's 5 minutes total left. And there's still so much going on screen. And I'm sitting there at this point, I'm like, what the fuck is happening? How's this going to end? 5 minutes left, something happens. And I'm like, this movie just redeemed itself. I'm so glad I didn't skip out, and I watched the whole movie. Ending perfect. 1 minute goes by. 4 minutes left in the movie. I want this director writer dead in a ditch so fast, dude. He fucked me so not good. Didn't call me back. It was so. It's like it's that thing that happens in like low-level horror movies all the time at the end, and you're just like, what the fuck were you
Why are we?
thinking? What were you? Why? How could you even think like that's how you should end? Why would you think like, all right, wrap it up, guys, put the lens cap back on, we're done? You're like, what? They might have been going for a sequel. They might have been trying to like set up a sequel, even though there's not really a cliffhanger. It's not a cliffhanger ending. They might have thought it was a cliffhanger, but it's not. It just ends. It's just one of those moments where it's like da 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 over, and you're like, wait, what? There was at least 10 more minutes of movie.
Yeah,
You could have
that
like done to do something. I don't know. It was just watch the first 13 minutes. As soon as you see Pooh, blood, and honey, you're like, all right, I'm done. Unless you
yeah.
want to see some like boobies and some like really annoying British actresses tried their best, but it was like that was that moment where you are cheering for the characters to die. It was one
Yeah.
of those movies. We're like, yeah, and she's like, oh god, I don't want to die, and I'm like, go get her, Pooh, Piglet, eat her face. Yeah, Piglet's in the movie too. It's Piglet and Pooh. They look
Wow.
adorable. The faces look kind of. At first, I was like, whoa, they look so cool, and then as the movie went on, I was just like, ugh, it's awful.
Is Eeyore in there?
No,
Tigger?
they talk about him. No, it's just those two. It's just Pooh in Piglet, which I know sucks. I think Mason told me they were wanting to do like a whole
Universe?
verse thing, but there's no way. There's no way they could get funding for that. But yeah, so the beginning. Okay, I'll tell you what happened to Eeyore. I'll tell you what happened because I actually liked it. I was okay with it. I was okay because it makes sense. I thought it made sense. Hey, if you want to skip this spoiler, even though it's at the beginning of the film, just go ahead and skip to around 20 minutes, 30 seconds. I don't know the exact number, but you can check the episode description. It should be a timestamp down there for you. So, yeah. Right, so the whole thing at the beginning, they give this really creepy, kind of cute, think of like Don't Starve Together animation. Can you think of that real fast? Like with the kind of sketchy pencil marks, like as in like sketched, like you see like lines and stuff. They kind of give you like a story of that. Like where Christopher Robin as a boy meets Pooh and the friends, right? And he like, oh, we're gonna hang out, and he feeds them. He brings them food. They hang out and play games. They're not animals. They're human-animal hybrid mutants. Just so you know, by the way, Pooh and all his buddies, they're all like mutants. They're not
Ew.
right. Yeah. Well, they talk and they're anthropomorphic animals. So
I thought they had masks on. Like,
no,
kind of.
no, they're fucking mutants, bro. They're hybrid mutants, dude.
I.
And then Christopher Robin grows up, wants to go to college to become a doctor, leaves, and they're like so betrayed. They feel so betrayed. Pooh is like, what the hell? And they end up reverting back. Oh no, no, wait. Yeah, okay. So they're stuck there now. They're in 100 Acre Woods. They can't leave because they're mutants. Robin leaves them. He was the one providing food for them, right? So now they have no. They don't have. They're not. It's almost like they were domesticated now. Now they have to find. So they start like starving. They got to find their own food. First one that goes, Eeyore for lunch, baby. They
Whoa.
eat Eeyore because they have to survive. And I was like, that makes perfect sense because here's why I think. The guy's a downer. He's always putting down morale, and in a survival situation like that, you can't
Yeah.
have someone like that hurting your morale.
Got to
So
trim the fat. I thought you were gonna say.
yeah, so they ate Eeyore. I don't know if they ate anybody else. I think the movie may assume that they did. I
Right.
can't remember, but they explicitly tell you that they eat Eeyore, and that moment broke Pooh's mental psyche
Mm,
so severely that all of the animals in 100 Acre Wood decided that they were going to revert to their full primal animal instincts. No more talking. So they don't talk the whole movie till the very end. That's when that 5 minutes I was like, that may have been redeemed.
weird.
But then it changes, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, it's such a crazy ending where you're like, wow, that was almost worth. Oh, what are you doing? And then it's like the worst thing they could have done. It's unbelievable. It's an unbelievable watch. It's a movie to watch with your buds, with your bros. You're drinking, you're smoking, and you're just all just yelling at the TV. Like when we used to watch Birdemic and shit like that. Like you just watching a terrible movie, you're like, what is going on? There were so many times I was looking at Pearl on the couch with me, and I was like, Pearl, what the fuck is happening right now, dude?
Was Pearl like sick to her stomach or?
She wasn't fucking watching. She was chewing on a bone the whole time.
Yeah.
No, it's like I don't want to recommend it, but I do because it's like an experience to watch. Because it's Pooh Bear, right? It's like that's what's so funny about it. That's kind of why I like it because it's like it's just a dumb spin-off of that, and it's horrible. It's horrible. I mean, I wouldn't recommend watching it alone, and not because it's scary. There are legit shots though where I was like, that's grade A horror right there. Like that, like there's shots of the woods with like shadows and stuff where I'm like, oh, so good. Like I said, it teeters on that
It's
line. It goes back and forth.
that they weren't, yeah, that they're two-sided. They weren't able to like achieve it all the time, but some of the times it was like, holy fucking shit, that's awesome.
They could have. I think the director, if he had a more funding and maybe a team behind him, because he was writer director. So I think this person could make a good scary movie. I think, but they were making the movie they wanted to make. This Pooh movie. They wanted to make this Pooh movie. It had to do certain things for it, and obviously he had a lot of like different death scenes that he wanted to do that had nothing to do with anything. Didn't fit the movie. Didn't have anything to do with the plot, the story. None of that. It was just interesting death scenes where you're like, holy fuck, that was really crazy.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, I'm just the CGI blood was what threw me off. That's what took me out of the whole movie. That was the Birdemic Photoshop birds. Like as soon as you see them, you're like,
So bad.
you can't even like laugh because you're just like almost amazed. You're like, someone thought this was worked. Like they were like,
Yeah.
yeah, let's move on. Next scene, the CGI blood was so just like it was so offensive because they had real fake blood, but
Yeah.
then every so often they would just be like,
A spray.
like these like neon red, just like squirts. Like someone had like a little like that little that plastic like it shoots out water. You can suck up water, and then it looked
Yeah.
like someone had one of those things, and they were just like in a green suit off camera. It was so I hated it. It made me so mad.
That's so weird.
I'll watch it
It's
again.
it's
Only
almost
with you
like
and
the
Jerry.
showcase like, hey, I can do this, but I need more money next time.
The
Or
first
I need
13 minutes, man. I'm telling you, the first 13 minutes is the reason that movie got made. That had to have been the pitch. The first 13 minutes had to have been the pitch. I mean, I can see them going in being like, Winnie the Pooh, license is public, domain is public. Got this scary movie. They had to have had that movie ready to go, or like a story or an idea, and they were like, okay, let's do it. When he eats the honey, when Pooh, because it's like a mask. He doesn't talk, so he doesn't like. He just kind of does this when he opens his mouth.
Yeah.
And so like there's a part where he's like eating this honey, which I was like, oh nice, because it's like Pooh Bear, he's eating honey, and he's just like he's got these big old yellow gloves on, and yeah, I know that. Oh, don't look at the hands; that takes you out too. And he's just like taking honey and just
Ew.
and it's like dripping off it. It's like dripping, and it's like oh, that's it. So like there's definitely parts where you're like ew, but also like ew, like that's a good ew, like that's a good like uncomfortable, like ugh. But like what throws you off is that it's a mask. Clearly, it's not Pooh eating honey.
Yeah.
Plus, I would have wanted him to be like, "Oh, this is good honey. Who's that?"
That's
You
pretty
know, I
good.
wanted Pooh Bear. Oh, dude, Pooh Bears are easy to say.
Uh,
I wanted Pooh.
You want the budget?
Yeah, I do.
100,000.
Oh my god.
That's low, dude. I know that's a lot of money.
Oh, that's not a lot of money at all, dude.
I like in relative to other things, but making a movie that's so
A
low.
100,000? Do you have the box office at all?
I'm getting ready to look up.
Oh my god.
5.2
Million?
million worldwide. 5.2.
Yeah, there's gonna be a sequel for sure. If he can make 5 million out of nothing, I
A,
mean,
s-
he made dude
a,
nothing.
s-
The
a
set was
shared
kind of cool. I like
sort
the
of
set, like where Pooh and them like live, like 100 Acre Wood look cool. But you could have done the exact same movie, taken out all the honey, and then taken off the masks, and just had them as like, dude, this might have been a hillbilly movie that they just CGI'd fucking masks on. You know what I mean? It could
mhm.
have been that because it is so like they're just wearing overalls and like jeans and plaid shirts. Like they're not walking around. It's not like he's walking around with like no pants and red t-shirt only on. These are like mutants that like had to grow up in this isolation and they're like hunting animals and stuff. So I think that's what it was. I don't know. Again, interesting movie. Don't watch it alone. Not because it's scary. You just want someone
Um,
like there to keep you sane, I guess.
this says a sequel and a shared universe are already in development. And it also says that Tigger was not a part of public domain when they started making the movie.
Oh, that's
Which
you know what I could see that because Tigger has his own. He had his own movies. He had his own specials. So I could see that because he definitely like not that Pooh Bear stopped being popular, but they weren't making as much Pooh related content, and they were making a lot of Tigger stuff.
right.
Um, I love Winnie the Pooh. Did you ever watch that Winnie the Pooh or that Christopher Robin movie, the live action one?
No.
I
With
watched it in a classroom with like a bunch of third graders, and I had to sit in the back of the room because I was crying. I did. I cried. I was sitting in the front next to these kids, and I was like, I gotta go. And I went to the back to be like, gotta get my phone out of my backpack or something. And then I was not in third grade. I was 24, and or 23 or whatever. Like that makes a difference. And I went to the back of the room, and I just kind of like sat back there, and I was making sure none of the fucking snot nosed kids saw me and fucking roast me.
you were
That was
just
a
there.
it was near the end of the school year, and it was just I was there with some other para teachers, and it was just near the end of the school year, so it was just movie day. Okay,
I
what were we
need
just
to
talking about?
go.
Oh, you need to go right now?
Yeah.
All right, brother.
So, but like, I didn't know if you wanted to like actually set it up as like a I'm out of here
well,
thing.
you got a hard out, so you can't stay longer.
Yeah.
We might continue this episode with Mason in a little bit. He might come in, but I'll see what he's doing. But yeah, Trace
Yeah.
has to go. He has to go cheer on the Blues.
Let's go Blues,
You
baby.
got a good luck charm you bringing at all, or?
Just this jersey because it was really fucking expensive.
All right, all right. Well, I hope it's a good time. Tell everyone where they can find you online, and you can get out of here.
You can find me at T-Dub Projects. Come check it out. I'm working on something pretty big. Holiday season's coming around. If you need a little last minute handmade wooden gift, just let me know. Message me. T-Dub Projects on Facebook. Buy a T-shirt, buy a hoodie. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. So
Um, okay, I got one question for you, and then you're free to go.
yeah,
What do you think about slap fighting competitions?
I I I do not like watching them,
Okay,
but I feel like it's kind of getting some traction.
it's getting a lot of traction. People
It
love it.
feels bigger. Like when you first saw the clips, you're like,
That's
I'm not
crazy.
into this. This is weird. It's like in a guy's garage.
And it's always like well, I feel like it always starts in like other countries. Like it didn't start in America, I don't think.
No,
So
yeah,
like
no way.
first video you see is in like they're like in Moscow. These big fucking like Moscow bears are doing
Big
it. And you're
fucking
like, Jesus
dudes.
Christ. And then like a couple months go by and you see like these scrawny kids doing it and you're like, wait, what? And they're wearing
Yeah.
like monster branding and stuff. And you're
Yeah,
like,
they have
what
like
is going on here?
shirts.
And yeah, I sent you a video earlier of well, I just watched the first slap. I can watch
Yeah.
the first slap and I'm done.
Yeah.
And do people's ears start bleeding and
Oh,
stuff?
it's
Like it looks
fucking
horrible.
they show that replay, the second slap, the guy knocks him out, and
Mhm.
like the bottom of his hand connects with his jawline. It is
Breaks his jaw.
I really don't like it, but like it's one of those things you can't really look away. And it feels more official now
Everyone
because
loves
like
slow motion.
yeah, exactly. There's like doctors there and team sponsors and like officials, and you're like, is this gaining ground right now? Like
I just
it's
don't
so
understand.
crazy.
Like, you know what? Like, it's funny how like this started getting popular at the same time that people started getting more aggressive about CTE in the NFL.
You're right.
So people were
You're
like,
exactly right.
People were like, oh, we just got to find our own way to like give ourselves brain damage, I guess.
Yeah.
So
I have a final thought.
Go for it.
2 final thoughts. Well,
Okay.
3 final thoughts.
Okay, calm down. You got to leave soon.
Peace and blessings. Oh,
What was that? Do you have a
what
confetti
just
gun?
happened? Whoa!
Is that just
Pieces confetti for me.
what? Mine doesn't do
You
that.
gotta go. You gotta watch it. I was gonna say you gotta watch the audio. You gotta
Oh.
watch the video,
How do
guys.
you do that?
I don't know. Hey.
It
Okay.
doesn't work for me.
Peace and blessings. Will Smith made a movie about CTE, and then he slapped a guy on national television.
Wow, you're right. He did do that.
And let's go Blues.
Let's go.
Yeah!
All right. Peace out, brother.
See ya.
I'll keep talking with the people, but we'll see if Mason comes back. If not, I'll do an outro, so don't worry about it. All right. Peace out, brother.
Yeah. See ya.
Dude, have you heard of this new band, Purple Gorilla Jelly?
Purple Gorilla Jelly? It sounds like it's made up.
No, dude. Their new album is so fucking good. Let me make sure I have the right album here.
Okay.
Dastardly Bikini Volume 2, dude, came out last week.
There's a volume 1?
No. What? Of course not. Dude, you
Oh,
gotta get
man.
in the scene. You're not understanding. Yeah,
Oh,
you
I'm
gotta
already
check them out.
confused.
You gotta check them out.
Hold on, I have to write this down in my Forget Me Not app, or else I am going to forget it.
Wait, your what? Your what app?
Forget Me Not? Forget Me
What is
Not?
that?
You haven't heard of Forget Me Not? Dude,
No.
it's
what
just
is
the
that?
best hands-on accessory for iPhones nowadays. So, you ever have a problem with just like forgetting everything and some things?
Wait, who are you?
So,
no, but seriously, I do have early onset Alzheimer's. I'm pretty concerned about it all the time.
yeah, so my doctor said the same thing, I think. But, so what this does is anytime you have something that you have to remember for a future date,
Yeah.
maybe it's a wedding, maybe it's Christmas, those events that just might pop up every now and then.
I always forget the dates of Christmas.
Yeah, me too. So now with my Forget Me Nots, all I do is just grab my phone, turn it around, and write down the note. Best part is, I can take it off, and I can either put it on my wall, or there's like a neat little cubby here on the back of like the pop socket that you can just store like those notes in, so it's always on your
Whoa.
phone.
In a
Yeah,
storage container?
yeah,
Holy cow.
yeah, dude.
Is that
It's changed
so-
my life.
That's an app on your phone?
Yeah, technically.
Where can I find this amazing product at?
Oh, you can find it anywhere and everywhere. Your local convenience store, Walmart, Target. There's also a website if you just want to go directly to the source.
Oh, yeah.
And it's
of
going to
course.
be, it's just going to be forgetmenot.com.
Oh, sweet. Okay. And is that just N-O-T? Forget me not?
No, so it's spelled N-O-T-E, not.
Forget me note. That's forgetmenote.com.
No, the E is silent. It's forget me not.
Oh, that makes
Forget me
perfect
not.
sense. That makes perfect
Yeah,
sense. Okay,
so-
gotcha. Wait, hey, how much is this gonna cost me, by the way? I don't want to be
Oh.
like spending all my money on these knots.
No. The Forget Me Not's pretty cost effective for the average household. First starter pack, about $29.99. So,
Sounds reasonable.
it is very reasonable.
That's a reasonable
Yeah.
price for a reasonable product.
Includes, the actual pop socket that goes on the back of your phone, including 7 knots.
7 knots, dude.
7 of them.
It's like a knot each day of the week. Maybe
Exactly.
more.
Exactly. Yeah.
Maybe much
Yeah.
more. Now that I think about it. Whoa, that
Yeah.
sounds amazing. I can't wait. I'm gonna go online right now and get my Forget Me Not.
Yeah.
So wait,
Just make sure.
Well, I just got one more question. Does the pencil come with it?
Buy it now.
Official Forgive Me Not pencil, sold separately.
All right, everyone, that is the end of Path 73. Thank you so much for joining us and watching the path today. Mason's here with me now, like I said he would be. What's up, Mason? He's here to close the show out with me. Don't forget to go to our Spotify and answer those questions and the polls that we have for this week. This week's question is going to be all about your favorite celebrity Halloween costume. Choose any time period. I don't even care. I don't even care if it's Heidi Klum. You can do it too. If it's Heidi Klum, I don't even mind. But
She does have some very good outfits.
we
with
talked
very
about
good
it.
costumes.
You missed out. I didn't like. I don't. She's a mess. That's a mess. That's dumb.
Oh.
What she does is dumb. I don't like it.
Oh.
Well, because celebrities do they do it for like one photo shoot and then they don't do it
Oh, fair.
unless she does. I don't know. I guess I don't know her. I'm just being violent, I guess. But it's just like that's annoying. Like her outfit this year is like a peacock, but she has like 10. Like her feathers are like 10 other people behind her. And I'm like, are they supposed to follow her around all night? What the fuck is this all about? But it doesn't matter. You weren't here, so you don't get to hear about it until
Yeah,
this
I was
episode
just
drops.
gonna-
Then you get to. Then you
Yeah, I
get
was
to drop
just-
it.
Yeah.
No, you were
Wanted
trying to
to add some
you
commentary.
wanted to put them 2 cents in, and I told you not to, and you did anyway.
Sorry.
Everyone, don't forget to. And then the poll for this week is going to be, which political leader would you compete against in a slap contest? And there's a list of political leaders right there. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook at Mellow Brick Road. We're gonna get a lot of our posts for episodes and all that good stuff, background stuff. Instagram as well at Mellow Brick Road Podcast, all one word, all on Instagram. Don't forget to follow us there for pictures. We usually post a few days in advance, like pictures of what we talk about in the episode. That's like a fun game for you guys to guess like what we're gonna talk about. If you want to see more of Trace, he already did his outro. T-Dub Projects on Facebook. Check him out. Buy all of his wood projects and stuff like that. He's got a lot of crazy, cool, creative stuff. If you want to follow me on Instagram, that's at Van Windsor. I don't post a whole lot, mostly just show stuff, which is good stuff. So follow me on there. Don't worry about him, because he wasn't part of the episode. He was in that ad read you just saw, but he wasn't part of the episode in full, so we're not going to listen to him. And except for right now.
Don't forget to follow Mellow Brick Podcast on all your favorite sources, whether it be YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, or even Apple Podcasts. And my favorite, Tubi TV. Warning, not actually on Tubi TV.
I would love to be on Tubi TV. And you know what? Yeah, follow that podcast, but also follow our podcast, Mellow Brick Road podcast.
What'd I say?
I think you just said Mellow Brick Podcast.
Oh, my bad.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's just your
I get
fucking
stage
job.
fright.
Yeah, me too. All right, this is where we're doing this live. That comes soon. We're gonna do that soon. If you want to see more of our behind the scenes stuff, or if you want to watch our video episodes of Off the Path with Ann and Mason, that's on Patreon, patreon.com/mellowbrickroad. You can get all of our behind the scenes clips, stuff like that on there. I don't think if there's anything else for me to say. We do have a Twitch, we have a Discord. We're getting all that shit set up, or it's already set up, but we're getting ready to post on Twitch. We're gonna do D&D. We're getting ready. We'll give you more details on that, but it's very close to happening. So get ready. It's becoming real. It's a real thing. And it's stressful. I love it. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for watching us, and we hope to see you next week on the next path. Mellow Manifestations.
Eat some pancakes.
Bye.
Bye. You said pancakes, right?